Boot Dreamscape have made it 3 maps here. They forced us onto Mirage. They managed to come back from 13-4 down against SC Absolute on Inferno, and they bring it all the way back. So we thought it was going to be a 2-0 for SC, especially should have been maybe when they were up 13 rounds to the 4 of Boot DS, but couldn't close it.
Yeah, I mean, after they took 3 rounds on the CT side, unfortunately that was a little bit worse than Boot Dreamscape's 4, which meant that ultimately Boot Dreamscape did manage to take the victory, but look, let's just forget about Inferno, let's forget about Cache, right? Because what we've seen so far from both sides is a really good T side and honestly a pretty lackluster CT side. And that's what is going to probably determine Mirage at this stage. Who's going to be starting CT side, and if so, how well they're going to go? Because, okay, entries, they've been good. Players getting 3-4Ks, amazing clutches, they've been good. Good defensive structures where they're putting up a good fight, crossfires, defensive flashbangs, good defensive utility. Haven't seen that just yet. And that has been the difference between the two sides. Not the difference between the two sides, but the difference between winning a CT half and losing a CT half. And I haven't seen that from Boot Dreamscape. Haven't seen that from SC Absolute. Need to start seeing it now on the CT side of whoever starts here.
The CTs have certainly been what's letting them down. 10, 11, 12 rounds pretty much on the comeback or on the initial half of the seats or the T side. So CT sides have won probably only about 10 rounds in total in the last 2 maps. If that.
I think a little bit more. I think a little bit more, but I mean, ultimately, like, if you look at it this way, right? SC Absolute have won a precise amount of 10 CT rounds so far in the series, and Boot Dreamscape have won 9. So, to put it that way, it's been pretty lackluster in terms of that we've seen 59, 58 rounds of Counter-Strike. So, the majority of them have been won on the T side, not on the CT side.
Yeah, it's like, what, 59 rounds, and we've seen 21 go to CT, so
19.
Someone else do the maths, because not me. Yeah,
19.
So there you go, 19.
Which once again, I think just shows why they're going into such long slugfest, even though SC Absolute have had the advantage from the first half, because they were able to build such good, I guess, dominant starts, but not really get the close until later. We saw in Cache eventually able to do it. I think Boot Dreamscape, they rushed it a little bit on their T side, and SC Absolute managed to finally get the good idea of sit down, get some confidence back, and close out Cache, but they couldn't do it on Inferno. Yeah, like I said, on Mirage, this is probably going to be a little bit more comfortable for them because a double op setup can work here. We've seen Ro8 be able to use that double op. I don't like a double op in Inferno. I like it on Mirage. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, as we're waiting for them to get into the game.
Exactly that. I mean, the thing was for Ro8 that he played really well on Cache, but the double op on Inferno just, I think he would have got a kill maybe once when he was on that secondary op, so...
I don't even remember him getting a kill in Inferno.
So it's a very difficult situation to be in if you're the sub, if you're filling in, you do what the team wants you to do, but still in that situation, I feel like it could have been a bit more of an adaptation of, all right, let's give him a rifle, throw him in an M4 so we can have some utility behind it as well, rather than him and Laz were saving to like 6k every time and then just buying double AWP.
Look, I don't mind seeing Laz get the AWP, but the problem when I have with the secondary AWP, right, is that, like you said, 1 or 2 goes, then you just go, look, maybe it's better to go for a rifle. And we saw he could use a rifle, AK-47, he just comes out and he just blasts heads off. So, yeah, I don't know. At the end of the day, it is what it is, I guess.
It is indeed. SC Absolute, by the way, just won the knife round, so I assume they'll pick T, given how things have been going.
I hope they pick T. I honestly also hope they pick CT and they just show me something better. Like I was saying, that this is probably a little bit more of a playground for them for the defensive side. Like in Inferno, you need to have your utility down pat. Looks like they are going to be starting the T side. I want to see something better from Boot Dreamscape on the CT side. I've already seen SC Absolute's T side before. It's good, but I want to see a good CT side for once. So let's get underway. I want to see a good play from both.
Right, well, as we do jump into the T-pistol here, we'll see if either of these teams will be able to get some more rounds than, say, 4 or 5.5 on that CT side. It's there where the pressure's really been getting to both of these teams. So, SC Absolute, having won the knife round, will be starting off on that attacking side. They've had a much better time on it. Benko's already pushing into Palace, though. He will be able to find the kill on Bars on the other side of the map. In the meantime, the Bomb and the rest of FC Absolute are heading over towards B.
It clears up so much information, though, because Benko just goes in and goes, there's only one here. No one's coming out from A ramp. This has got to be a B-side hit, and Boot Dreamscape don't need to make a single movement from this point onwards. They've already got 1 early kill. It's going to be so advantageous. They just need to sit back and wait.
That's exactly what they've done so far. Impression spotted Apps a couple times, and will... There's still one player lurking around there, but for SC Absolute, they're going to move over into mid with the Bomb. Looks like they still want to go B here, but Splashkey's now waiting on short. Doesn't make any noise going down ladder either. They might not expect him to be here, and there's the bomb in his hands. There's the second kill as well. All too easy. And now it's just Crow and TechEdge left to try and clutch this one out. The bomb down in incredibly hostile territory. They still don't know about Tommy boosted up here, even if they do make it to the bomb site. And Impressions found that last kill. It's all up to Crow and nothing he can do. Taken down. Boot DS don't drop a single player.
No, it looked very, very spread out for SC Absolute, where honestly, I don't know what their intention of doing, of where they wanted to go. So Bars was there in Palace, but what would he have done afterwards? Would it have been a fast B site push? It couldn't have been, because SC Absolute weren't in the position to push out fast in the B bomb site. So a little bit too spread out, maybe a little bit too many fingers in the pies, and as a result, they got them all mixed up, and well, they ended up with pie in their face. We're still going to see a buy round coming out from them. They're going to be forcing up a few of the good old Desert Eagles.
We've already lost TechEdge in mid, though. The M4 too strong at that range. Well, they are moving over towards the A bomb site here, potentially, depending on where this bomb does choose to go. It's once again a very spread out round from SC Absolute, which is not always ideal when you got pistols. At some point you need to just group up and go for these picks, but they're taking some mid control. Top mid is theirs, bottom mid is theirs. Just got to worry about coming up through con, but BDS have given up mid and they're choosing instead to keep an eye on short. Care of Tommy. Two players around top connector to keep a hold of A, so difficult round for the T side here. We'll just see if they're able to get in through con and maybe find some timing and get a pick. Possibly if they can find Splashkey, that would help. There's the first. There's one more player sitting in firebox, one in jungle as well as Benkai comes back over. Bars is super low, so that's an easy frag, but he hits a crucial dink. That's an excellent trade of HP, but Bulbasaur not yet found in firebox, but will go down. Now 3 versus 2. No guns recovered apart from that UMP, but Tommy fast in through CT will find that kill. So now it's Crow. Crow's the Molotov. That'll force Tommy. No, it doesn't. It's actually not spreading to the top of the bin there. So now Crow's got to go in, try and find some 1v1s, but it's not going to happen. Impression holds it with the M4. And a round that looks promising for the T side will be torn away from them.
Yeah, some good damage though, but like you were saying, it was a good recovery from Boot Dreamscape as well. SC Absolute just going to be on the full eco this round. If they can try to get the bomb plant down, that'd be probably favourable at this stage, but they've just been unable to really just penetrate into the bomb site and try to get the package down just yet. All Glocks this time around, except for Crow with the P250 and Laz actually with the Deagle. They're not interested in going for, I guess, a huge play coming out, as they're trying to go for the Deagle. It's a bit of a switcheroo as Bars comes out on top with the Glock. Splashkey is just jumping straight down, and Crow with the P250. That's a lot of damage already.
Indeed, there's already a player behind him, though. He will not expect this person here. An Impression will indeed grab that frag, but 3 kills coming at the hands of Glocks, P250 and a Deagle. It's not bad, even though the Deagle didn't do too much. They'll still be reasonably happy with the damage there, SC Absolute, and now they'll be able to get their buy underway. Laz not going for the AWP, though.
He didn't have enough money. He bought a Deagle, so yeah. And I think, honestly, SC Absolute on their T side, I don't think they really ran the AWP that much aggressively. They've been much more versatile with the rifles, and that's a trend that we're seeing, I guess, emerge once again, coming out from both in this current meta. We're not really seeing an aggressive T-side AWP unless you've got an insane kind of explosive AWPer. As Laz, talking about explosive, a lot of iron in his diet currently in this round.
It's a really good read there from Boot. They know that's where Laz is likely to be after they throw the smoke. He doesn't want to be sitting in the gap that's left in it, so chooses to fall back instead, but now a lot of pressure coming. Tommy goes down from underpass. They should know there's more player top mid. That's excellent shooting from TechEdge. Locks down 3, all with headshots, and he spotted out Splashkey as well. That's an insane pop-off from him. Now it's always up to Splashkey to try and clutch this one out. Going to get Molly, pushes through the smoke into ladder. Looking to try and hold onto this sniper rifle, but it's going to be incredibly difficult for him.
Man, first one looked good. Second one was just insane, and the third one was just icing on the cake. What can you say? Once again, just... And can you ever doubt TechEdge on the entry?
Obviously not. Crow's going to go in and run into Splashkey. He's playing a no-scope angle, but he's going to hit it, so whatever works, I guess. Still trying to hold onto this gun, and now he's going to go to the AK. Gives him a better chance in the close range. He can swap to the AWP at the very end of the round at least, but surely he won't be staying alive here. He's right next to them. They're touching each other in the smoke, and Splashkey somehow still alive here. He won't be able to hold onto the AWP, and in the end, Laz comes through behind him. So, tried, couldn't quite do it, but an excellent round from TechEdge. His first 3 kills of the game, and what a stunning way to get them.
It's coming out faster underpass. I mean, to be fair though, I don't know what Tommy was doing just jumping out from window. Questionable decision at the best. And that actually lands the first entry that SE Absolute needed. So, alright, Boot Dreamscape, they've decided to force back up into this. And SE Absolute, this is their chance to start building up that T-side economy. Like we were saying earlier, the T-side's been pretty easy so far for both teams. Really the CT side that Boot Dreamscape needs to step up.
Exactly. I mean, given how these games have been going, really if either team can just get like 6 rounds on their CT side, that'd be enough given what we've seen. But of course, more than that is always ideal. We will see though. And for SC Absolute, you know, their CT side has been, they really want to get 12 here and just not lose anything at this point. As much of an advantage as they can give themselves. This one, not much utility for the CTs to work with, but still some rifles in hand, so need to be careful. But they found a lot of damage onto Benkai to start us off.
Yeah, Splashki's in a lot of danger at the moment, but Benkai's able to get the first opening pick. Splashki, he's going to get annihilated. And this is very problematic for the CT side. It's a very defensive kind of try-hold that's going on at the stage where they can't get in anywhere. Tekej, just once again, just too good on the entries. These AKs from SC Absolute, absolutely on point. And Boot Dreamscape, out of this fight, out of this round. And they're going to be on the eco on the next one.
It's just Tommy left here. Might have an opportunity for one easy kill on Tekej, given how low he is, but he's still not being presented with it. And Tekej is too sharp. Easy AK headshots for him. Very clean shots all across the board from SC Absolute there. Let's clean up that gun round from Boot, and they're not going to go for another one just yet. So that's the rifles stopped for now, the money curbed for now. This should be an easy one for SC Absolute to tie it up. Reader's even gone for that MP5, rack up a bit of cash as well.
It's just another song that we've heard once again, where SC Absolute, I mean, Boot Dreamscape, they get pistol round, then SC Absolute, they come in, they just absolutely demolish them. Same old tale until, oh man.
How do they keep getting Zeus kills?
These
wait for them everywhere.
These are the exact positions that I would use a Zeus at, but Boot Dreamscape just go and all stack the A bomb site, and once again, there's no information. Sure, it's an eco, but SC Absolute, they gamble correctly and they just go into the B bomb site, which is pretty empty.
Benkai really wants a Zeus frag, but this time he's going to be caught out. Russian goes straight into the smoke, looking to stop the bomb plant, perhaps find something a bit cheeky, but not getting anything. At least the only gun that they drop is just the MP5, so no AKs lost. Still though, bit of a reality check if they keep getting Zeused around every close corner that they run into. Basket's caught out by that MP5 as well, so need to be careful here. Not to let this get too expensive, SC Absolute. They've got 3 AKs left. The bomb getting closer and closer to going off. They want to hold on to all 3 if they can. Looks like that should be pretty doable for them at this point, as long as Tommy doesn't do something insane. Actually, double pick, I like this. Okay, there we go. They do actually grab 1 kill. That's quite a few guns lost there for SC Absolute.
I mean, that might lose a few more as well. Bobasaur's got actually quite a bit of cash for the MP5. That's $900 for him. And the difference between those, not 900, sorry, 1800, that difference is actually an AWP in Splashki's hands. And before, there wouldn't have been an AWP. Now there is. And I don't know if that's going to be a difference maker in this round. Splashki definitely very, very solid on the AWP in Inferno, especially after that ace. Is it going to be the difference this time around? What is that incendiary grenade?
They just gave him a one-way.
I mean, it works, but imagine if that smoke didn't come out. You'd look a little bit like a goose.
Just a tiny fraction. But it's the Absolute for now, setting up for the play into A. 1-player Palace for a ramp. Bobasaur waiting up on the balcony with the MP5, and they're actually just going to walk out, go for the contact play, and that's a perfect entry from Tekej. Now just got to deal with this MP5, which they haven't yet. They will trade Bobasaur out, though. It's going to allow them the entry as well, as Rudder somehow hits a leg shot, but can't quite connect the frag. Has to fall back.
Yeah, so SC Absolute, once again, just with the contact play, able to make it work out. They're just going to go for the default plan. 3-on-4 here. Look, I'd say for Boot Dreamscape that you actually back out here because you don't have enough utility, but it's really dependent on them getting one of these picks. And well, they're not able to because Laz just goes in and goes out.
Tommy with a quick answer back, though. But it's too far going. He's just going to fall back down con, grab the AWP and run all the way into safety around the other bomb site, so Impressions will be backing out as well. SC Absolute, 3 guns will stay alive unless Rita can't run away from the bomb site in time, but he's already exiting out through A main, so he'll be fine. 3 guns up, 4 rounds, 2-3 for SC Absolute now as they'll take the lead. Boot will be able to save both of these guns, but SC Absolute starting to get the T side rolling. That's what they really need here.
For Boot at this stage, I would say that they need to be most aware of the danger of just the contact play, because SC Absolute, this is a trend that we've been seeing in the series, right? Is that Boot Dreamscape, the positions that they place are very static, and they're waiting for either flashbangs or information from something else before they peek out, or they peek out in the back of the flashbang. This is not going to work against a contact play. You need to start either just getting a couple of jiggle peeks, maybe throwing a flashbang, get some off-timing peeks in, because SC Absolute, otherwise they're just going to go for the same play again and again and again. Wouldn't be surprised to see them just try to slowly walk out through the smoke right now with Takej in the lead as well as Ryder. That's what they've been doing every single time. They've been very, very good on these entries so far. And Bulbasaur just dancing around, absolutely critical.
And Molly himself as well has to fall back through the smoke. The CTs will hopefully, or the teams will hopefully throw for him in CT, but while everyone from Boot is rotating in, SC Absolute are rotating out. Being very, very quick. They do get a couple of grenades down. We're just going to try to make a bit more noise and keep them on this bomb site. There's a boost in CT for Splashkey. Bomb's still over here as well. The rest of SC Absolute, they're running to try and find something else in the map. Might even be they just go for a late A hit with 3 players in through connector. Instead of rotating, they're just going for a bit of a change in their approach. But even this slowdown has bought some time for Boot DS to get a little bit nervous. They've sent 2 people back over to the B bomb site. With that boost in CT though, there's still 2 here waiting on A. Ben Kai, if he peeks this, might just go down. But depending on that timing, they are looking at him and they're now all looked away. He spots out Laz. Will it be enough to make him confident enough to call for that rotation? The Molotov is out, but Crow's in front of it, and Ben Kai surely goes down here. Indeed, no, actually gets both kills somehow with the UMP. Not sure how he's done that, but now Tommy's getting involved in SC Absolute. The strategy was perfect, the execution less so, an Impression shuts down both remaining players with just 20 seconds left on that clock.
And that, my dear friend, is just some individual brilliance coming out from Ben Kai. And SC Absolute just can't land the shots of the AK this time. What has been working with them so well for Crow has unfortunately failed for them this time. And I honestly like that. Once again, SC Absolute, it looks like their decision-making was absolutely on point then. They managed to find the briefest of gaps in the defense. Almost made it as well if it wasn't for this dastardly guy called Ben Kai just coming in with 2 kills with the UMP. Now, not a mid-control coming out. As Takej just overstepping the boundary a little bit.
A little bit too early before his smoke bloom. Didn't give him the cover that he wanted.
Look who's already out Tetris. Raiders just walked out sandwich. Like, he's already at stairs almost. Like, Ben Kai doesn't get caught off timing just by like the sheer luck, but...
Oh, Ben Kai. That's incredibly nasty from him. Laz gets 1, but he's in a 1 versus 4 now.
He's doing it with 60 ping.
What a
He's
god.
holding with 60 ping and just making it look like he's playing with 5 ping.
Too easy. Now it's all on Laz. Fortunately, Bomb's still in his possession and a minute to play with, but 1v4, not on the AWP. Well, it's certainly not a shabby rifle, or the AWP is certainly his weapon of choice. See who's got anything for us here in this clutch. Both CTs for Boot are playing towards jungle, the other 2 over on B. So Laz actually has a chance he can go and get the bomb down here, but there's no utility for him either.
I was about to say that Laz, I mean, you could give him any weapon, but really his most lethal weapons probably is just his mad fragging and good looks. I'm not going to deny that, and I mean...
It counts as a weapon if you just say that
absolutely.
all the kills he gets with his weapon. Well, that's a crucial entry there into Ben Kai. There's another player jungle though, and he won't be ready for it. Tommy cleans up the kill. Actually, that was from short, but either way. Nonetheless, Boot, grab it. They'll go 5 and 4. The money's still pretty decent for SC Absolute though. Be able to buy in on this one, invest, and see if this gun round can be any different for them. But double up so far has been not bad for Boot, as well as Ben Kai really stepping up where it matters.
I think as well, SC Absolute have identified the fact that Boot have this double up setup, and they're going to be trying to do something about it, but I don't think a hard B push should be the correct idea. Impressions here, and he's going to be under a lot of pressure at the stage to really step it up at the stage. He does have Splash here assisting him from market.
He's jump spotting to try and spot him out. They're about to take some contact. Here comes the execute. Grenade is not going to do as much as he wants it to. It does tag Crow down a bit, but Splashky's here to help. Impression just running away at this point, trying to stay alive behind the utility, but he's going to get run over by Bars. Splashky still doing work. The rotation already here. Benkai jumps out through windows. 2 versus 4. And the T's have lost everything. It's just Benkai now knocking them down. It was just a little bit too slow. The rotation's a little bit too quick. Unfortunately for SC Absolute, they get completely shut down. Again, only getting the 1 frag on the entry.
I really like that Molotov that Splashky actually throw out underneath the window. It doesn't look like it does a lot, but for SC Absolute, I think once again, the spacing in terms of coming out was a little bit slow. But similarly as well is that in terms of that Molotov, only Bars is the one that can wide swing and take down the defender and Splashky. And you can see that Benkai's already fast out market. They had a good idea what was going on, and Tommy it's just going to see a Molotov and just go, all right, they're coming out underpass. Okay, Benkai's there. Okay.
Where
Takej
in the world does that come from? Takej has found 2 1-digs, both mid players down.
Third one, beautiful.
Oh my god. Takej is insane. Laz's going to get too aggressive and we'll go down to Impression. Now Bobasil's trying to get involved, but nonetheless, Takej has done so much work. It's allowed Crow to pick up that AK-47 as well, and he can rotate all the way back out, grab the bomb, and then go wherever they wish. They're pretty much guaranteed a 2-on-1 at either bomb site, unless Boot decide to gamble stack and they get unlucky and run into it, but now they're going to slow down. All they've got to do is isolate this A player, and then it's just a 2v1 for them with the bomb down.
Bobasil's doing the right thing at the moment. You don't want to sit on the balcony at this stage because there's too many angles. This is probably the best position, and I'd probably sit here not every single time, but if SC Absolute want to flush you out, they've got to be walking open an A bomb site. There's surely got to be one stage that they're going to be making noise. When they come out, they'll make noise. He just stays here and just makes sure they come out A ramp and no one can cross over into jungle.
That could be the play that wins this round for Boot. Noise about to be made. They've walked all this way, but they're going to make a step. Bobasil instantly reacts. He's going to step down silently himself. He's just going to make the round-winning play right here. Quick 2-bullet tap.
Just back out here and just play around it. So, okay, he goes, all right, he's playing a default. I know where he is at the stage. I'm just going to wait to just make sure I don't die and play the 1-on-2 correctly. Sick shot coming out from Crow, though.
Oh, my goodness, Crow. They could have had that one as well. Impression not quite able to hit the shot in time, but Bobasil, nonetheless, will be able to clutch it out. Very well played round from him. Goes all the way back to get the AWP as well. Has the kit, so has plenty of time to do so. It'll be the 7th round from Boot, just as soon as he jumps on the bomb. There you go, nice and easy, plenty of time. Sick round from Takej, but not enough.
Oh yeah, that Deagle was... I forgot there was a 3-kill Deagle earlier on, because Bobasaurus have stepped up at the end with 3 kills of his own. So, ultimately, so SC Absolute, they get the bomb plant down, but they are starting to lose a lot of rounds in a row. They've got money built up. Another buy round, another go at it, but how are you going to navigate this double AWP setup? Because that's the danger at this stage.
See what they're able to do about it. Still no AWP of their own, so choosing not to equip Laz with that, but Tommy's gone straight for the underpass line with that AWP, and if they do decide to go down that way, then SC Absolute might get a pretty nasty surprise, but for now, holding on to B-Apps instead.
I think it's a difficult one to flash off as well, because if you try to flash it, he can just jump up on the step and kind of just get out. So where's the flashbang coming in from, or is Crow?
Please flash it, don't drive.
He's just dry peeked it, but Tommy just missed. That's what I mean. He can just step up, drop a smoke, wait for a little bit, and just get out. So it's actually a pretty smart position to be playing with the AWP. It's not a bad one. I like it. Splashky looking to get control of the B apartments, as SC Absolute also looking to try and hit this B bomb site now.
Splashky is going to be the first point of contact. He's actually up and standing here, standing tall.
Takej knows this, though.
Takej, yeah. Surely he's heard the jump. He's just going to be waiting for his teammates to bait this shot, and as soon as Splashky shoots, Takej can just swing out and go straight for the trade, but no one from SC's moving just yet. Setting up some grenades over the top, but they haven't thrown a flash just yet. There's the swing, but Takej's teammates aren't with him. That allows Splashky the space to get out and away onto the bomb site. Molly into Van, but no one's there. Crow could have lined up both. He does not quite do it, but he does enough damage that Bars can clean it up. 2 versus 3. Laz spotted out as well. Benkai very quickly in. He's been so solid so far on this CT side. And Bars left in a 1 versus 3. He's coming close, Mark. He's going to try and force the issue, but Benkai lays in wait. There's the first kill, though. This could be all of it. Bars, he can't quite get it done. It's Bobasil again to clutch it out, but only just. He will have plenty of time, though, to get onto that bomb, and he's saving it all through a second time.
Yeah, and look, this is a much more different looking Boot Dreamscape lineup that we're seeing. They're able to get in their established positions and they're playing the protocols perfectly. You can see that Splashkey, he dropped the smoke grenade exactly at the position where we see a lot of the CTs, right? Just in the corner so it blocks off default and jail. And as a result, this is something they practice time and time again. And I mean, Bass almost ruined it for them because that was the correct play. He needs to go in and isolate the duels. Almost wins it for SC Absolute, but unfortunately just falls short at the last step because there's this little dude called Bulbasaur that just comes in and just ruins his day.
Boosted Tommy up at Van early to go for a quick apps pick, and he's not been able to hit it, but only one player over there, and Laz is already falling out. Bulbasaur walking through a smoke into A main, somehow manages to isolate a double dink there, and now they're all coming out of Palace. He's already done his job, but he's going to do more with a second kill there. Crow and Tekej do trade it back, but 3v3. A bomb site taken. Plenty of time for the T's to work with as well, and Tekej looking to force this duel in CT. But Tommy's waiting for him, so if he goes around this corner, going to get taken down exactly like that. Now Laz and Crow with a lot of work to do. The bomb only really very recently planted. They can't take time just yet. They need another frag or two to slow it down. They both have Molotovs to work with. They've got a lot of time to waste to Molotov that bomb, but there's 3 smokes available in the CT, so that won't work either. And Tommy somehow finds that duel against Crow. It's all into Laz. 1 versus 3. Still plenty of time on the bomb, and Impression destroys him.
That's a double dink, isn't it, as well? So
straight up, yeah.
I wouldn't have expected Laz to play that position. It's a default plant. What are you doing at ramp, mate? But this is the difference, right? This is honestly the difference where we're seeing now that Boot Dreamscape, we're finally seeing a proper CT sign from one of these teams. And I mean, better too little too late. I think it took Boot Dreamscape 2 maps to realize what they need to do. They finally got into the comfortable zone. They're starting to hit their shots in SC Absolute. It's starting to falter a little bit. We're not seeing the same amount of explosiveness that we saw in the previous maps, and now they've got to really be digging deep and thinking about how they're going to try to breach these defenses. Where are they going to go? They're going to try and take some more mid-control. Do they try a hard B? Do they try an A-side execute? We haven't seen a full-on A-side execute just yet. All we've seen is contact plays. And now it's starting to not work out.
Tekej lucky to escape unharmed there. His Impression has a line on his head, but going to try and find a sneaky duel through the hole in the smoke there, and we'll get that one onto Impression. Now Splashkey, a lot of pressure on his shoulders, but of course he's going to deliver with a sick flick because he always does. This player very close to him in the bomb site, and he can't quite find Crow, so that's going to make this one more doable. Laz has pulled out a knife, but he's also hidden behind a smoke. That could have been very bad indeed, but now we'll spot out Bulbasaur. He can't go for the headshot. He can't quite find the angle. He's going to call out to his teammates, and I have no idea where that comes from Bulbasaur. That's a sick shot, but
that's the Bulbasaur that hit the 1.41 rating. I can fairly safely say that we didn't see that on Cache. We're now seeing it now because he just deletes lands like it's almost nothing.
That's like even shaking his crosshair at him. He's like, he's there and I can't hit him.
Okay, this is something, once again, that's fallen apart for SC Absolute, was that Crow. That was actually sick from Tekej and Crow to get their openings on the B bomb site. But look where the bomb is, man. No one at SC Absolute went back. Ro8 is still going, I'm just going to keep pushing into jungle. Laz is in mid. No one's going back to get the bomb and come in together as a unit. They're all trying to make individual plays, and that's not going to work at this stage. And we're into the final round. I mean, yes, SC Absolute can get a buyout. We're finally seeing the all up in the hands of Laz. But is it going to make the difference? I personally don't think so. Boot Dreamscape have been looking much more dominant now that they're starting to play together as a unit. Splashkey as well, going to be dropping the smoke to mask it, and goodbye Bass. You're just going to get absolutely deleted off it. Like I said, they're just going for contact plays. Not going to work. If your contact plays are starting to fail, you can't be throwing it again and again and again.
Certainly not looking too good for them at this point. You've got to remember that these are the sorts of scores we were seeing on T sides for both these maps, and we were waiting, we were talking about it pretty much for the entire series now. All we've been waiting on is just one of these teams to get a good CT side rolling. That was all it was going to take. And now, Boot's T side, we've already seen that's more than good enough to win them rounds. They've already got 10 on their CT sides, looking like 11. They're only going to need 5 on their T side. And we haven't had a game yet where the T side, apart from this one, this is the first game where the T side's got less than 5 rounds in any half. Crow's going to find the one of these reads. The spray will catch out Impression, so I talk too soon perhaps. They bring it back into a 3 versus 3. But they want to commit up through the smoke in A. They're going through the smoke in A. Crow very lucky that Bulbasaur looks away. There was no flashbang, no nothing, and Bulbasaur was almost looking at him. That's Julie's very lucky to win, and Tommy Will be caught out by Rita as well, so that's better. And now Splashkey thinks it's going to be B. He's lost a teammate on short. He's going to rotate all the way over. They've blocked him out with the molly. We'll fall back to A now as he hears the plan. Perhaps not, but he's got to go for a 1-on-3 here. Last round of the half. Very difficult situation. Finally, SC Absolute have got something rolling on their T side. Too little, too late. Very possibly.
Look, you'd rather 5 rounds than 4. And
exactly that. At least they get something.
They know where Splashkey is, so should be Crow picking up the final kill. As yeah, 10-5. Much better CT side. SC Absolute. A little bit of flare towards the end, but is it going to be enough?
That's the real question, isn't it? It's I mean, Boot are moving into their T side with a 5-round lead. We've never seen in this series, we haven't seen any of these teams finishing their CT side well. So this could be the difference that means that maybe Boot can close this one out pretty easily. Their pistol rounds have been pretty decent as well, so see if they've got enough in them to close this one out, as we will just wait for these players to ready up and get us back into this game. But nonetheless, as the SC Absolute, they looked a bit lost on their T side, which is not something we've seen really all series just yet, so things are looking pretty difficult for them, and Boot have finally got themselves in a good spot to close out this series.
Yeah, it took them absolutely a while to kind of get things going, but I mean, that also shows the caliber of SC Absolute in this entire series. I mean, they've been very, very dominant on the T side, especially with the entries, but now starting to just fall a little bit flat. Laz wasn't too particularly impressed on the T side, neither was Ryder, and I mean, Ryder was absolutely the instrumental component on that Cache T side, so coming into now, Boot Dreamscape's T side, not the most, I mean, game-changing pistol in terms of either team. I mean, you're not going to win the game or lose the game just like that, but you definitely want to win the pistol for both teams.
Certainly so. For Boot, it extends your lead. For SC Absolute, it gives you a last desperate lifeline. Their CT sides have been really not great, and now they've got to have the best one they've had. 11 rounds required, but in go Boot straight into the A-bomb side. Rita just going to get completely, well, spotted out, but he still finds a kill. Bas so far unchecked, but needs to make a big play. It's 2 versus 3. Spots out 2 players and can't quite land the shot on either. Bas eventually gets 1, but will get run over. Now it's Tekej. 1 versus 2. 1 player on the bomb site. Tommy very close by as well, but Tekej being given a shot just yet. As much as he wants one of these players to give up a headshot for him, they're not going to do it. They're just chinking away his health at this point. He does find the 1 kill. There could be a second, but Tommy will be saving it on just 37 HP. And you did say this game wasn't going to be won or lost from the pistol, but this is Boot potentially winning themselves up to 12, 13 rounds here.
But they need to go in as a unit, because we've seen the damage that some of these players in SC Absolute can do with the pistol, and if Boot Dreamscape get a little bit spread out, they walk into a stack and they get a little bit too enthusiastic about trying to close this out. Well, the tables could be flipped quite quickly. Benkai just coming straight out. Looks like Benkai's got his groove back, really. It didn't look like the same Benkai that we all know and love in the first 2 maps. Now looking a lot more solid.
He's looking very confident indeed. Hitting shots, making plays. More what we expect from him. He's almost got the kill on Crow there as well with the pre-fire. He's going to go up into ladder room and continue to look for it. Should be an easy one for him. There it is. Quick headshot, quick flick. This is just a pistol round force buy, or a pistol force buy from SC Absolute. We just got the scout in hand, but so far it's got them nothing. They've tagged Tommy for 26. That's it. Rita misses the shot that was presented. Can't land anything. Not sure how I feel about Rita being on the scout as opposed to throwing it over to Laz, because his scope weapons haven't been fabulous so far this series, but it is what it is. I'm not sure it would have made too much of a difference either way. It was still just a pistol buy, with the exception of that scout. And to Casual, he's going to find 1. He's on 19 HP. He's not going to get really much more than that at all. Splashkey's already looking for it with the MP5.
He's just being a nuisance at the moment. He's just making all the noise in the world before they all just charge in. AK retrieved as well, so like I said, Dreamscape, Benkai's really starting to get activated, so is Bulbasaur, and I think at that stage when they're fragging well and you don't need an impression of frag, that really just tells you the tale.
Yeah, it's a pretty dire picture that we're painting now for SC Absolute, but just 5 rounds on their T side. 5 rounds might be where they stop if they can't get their CT side rolling. They've had real trouble doing that.
I mean, the good...
Oh, wow, they've kind of decided they're boosting. It looks
so
stressful.
Yeah, I mean, it's gone to the Look, this round's over, I think, before it's done, because unless Boot Dreamscape decide to go into the B-bomb site, which doesn't look like at the stage that they want to. That smoke meant to go... Man, Bulbasaur, that's not where you want to be throwing your molly.
I didn't even see it. Where does molly
Into A ramp.
Oh, okay. Well, Impression's just over here on a mission. He's a man on a quest, on an adventure.
Fade away. He's going to get dinked, and he's going to be... Oh, no, there's going to be one here. They're all going to swing him right now.
Anyway, you can kill. It's only one more, but it's only Galil that he's handed over, and he's spotted the majority of those players, so his team going to get the bomb down for free on the A bomb site. The Galil, sure, recovered, but Tommy, once he hit this window jump, is surely going to be on the hunt. He misses that one and then goes for the harder one, thinking, yes, if I didn't get the easy one, sure, with a short jump, I'll get it.
The only one that can really has a right to go hunting at the moment is probably not Bulbasaur, sorry, Splashkey. Everyone else is AK-47s. Just don't lose them. And Splashkey is being the good boy and taking care
of the bomb.
Yep. I was going to say that at least SC Absolute, I guess the saving, redeeming factor is that they can actually get the double orb set up going in from the first buy round, but it's still going to be difficult. I mean, with Bas, if he holds onto this Galil, actually as his assault rifle, he's afforded a full set of utility. Ryder can actually get the AWP as well, so I know he was struggling on Inferno, but looks like he's actually going for the rifle this time. So only the single AWP out for SC Absolute.
I mean, I like this from them. They did have so much trouble with the double AWP working on the CT side in Inferno that why not give Laz a chance to reign free with the AWP in his hands, let him show off what he's capable of. See if he can make enough impact against the T's by himself, and then have Raider in a position where he's not in a one and done spot every single round because he has an AWP. Early pressure into B-Apps though from Boot. Impression just spraying away with that MP5. Silencer means he can shoot through the smoke as much as he likes and will give away his exact location, just a rough one. Raider now has some pressure coming into mid, but he's moved out of window. Not mid. He's going to watch top con instead. Does even vulnerable to a boost though.
There's a single smoke for Boot Dreamscape to work with. I just realized there's like 1 minute and they've got one smoke to work with.
So they do. It's in Tommy's hands. Where's it going? Is it? Surely you don't use your one smoke on window.
No, you don't. You'd probably at this stage you'd probably use it at top con and try to get this window control, but yeah, he's going to use it for top con. Or even somewhere else. That should be it.
That's a short smoke.
Yeah. Okay.
So
short
that
smoke.
allows them to take con control.
That's perfectly fine as well. Flashbang into jungle as well. Allows them... Oh, Molotov as well. Rito, it's not going to be torched, but it means he can't peek out for now. So Bas is just going to be sitting back. He's going to be chilling out as Splashkeys and ladder with an AWP.
It's the advantage of Raider not getting burned though. He's able to swing out and drop the bomb planter. That pressure on Tommy almost gets caught out by what looked like 4-3 there for a second, but he does get one kill at least. There's Takej though. Backstabbing in through mid. Bomb only now going down, and there's the kills coming in. The backstabs are there. SC Absolute able to claim the gun round. They hold onto that AWP as well. Don't grab the second. We'll see how this one goes for them.
I mean, I think Crow can also use the AWP as well, so it really depends on who that B-side player is. So Takej might have picked it up. No, so he's going to drop it over to Ryder. So let's see how this goes overall, because one AWP at mid... Well, it depends what Laz takes the AWP. It looks like he's been traditionally taking it mid, but Ryder's the A-side holder, so... Boot Dreamscape just ran out of smoke grenades there. I liked how they got access to the bomb site, but after they got access, they didn't have anything really to cover off the plant. They didn't have flashbangs to push into positions to, like, say, for example, push Bas off. So that ultimately was really what costed them.
Like the idea from Laz there, dropping a smoke in con and peeking under it so that if he gets pressure on either hitting or missing a shot, he can run straight through a smoke and immediately be safe, but no one's going to present him a kill early on. Most of Boot Dreamscape stacked up around top mid, one player deep through apps. Just Ben Kai alone lurking into Palace, trying to catch out somebody if he can, but not being given a whole lot. An Impression in the meantime is trying to make a bit of space over towards this B bomb side, but it's just going to get sprayed straight down by Takej on just 6 HP. It's an easy trade for Crow. Knew exactly where it was and they wall banged him down. Bomb moving back over towards A here. Some presence being taken in mid as well. This is going to turn into an A split. And there's 3 players on the B bomb side for SC Absolute.
Question is whether they're going to do this A split? Do they have the utility to get control? I mean, we've got the short smoke again. Do we have the connector smoke? It's really difficult for Tommy to actually try to get up connector without this top connector smoke. So he's managed to do it somehow. They haven't cleared out Bars. Okay, they've cleared out Bars' position. Not much they can really do. Now they know that there's going to be one at CT, but where's the flashbang to come forward?
Molly on him instead. Bomb's going to go down planted for connector. There's something for them at least. 4 versus 3. Advantage still with the CTs. The retake will be on its way here very shortly. 3 players coming in from CT spawn as well. Splashy playing close in jungle, but no one coming through the murder hole. Instead, he just heard them all. Bulbasaur finds a crucial jewel. Somehow less than just 14 HP. Still able to do it. Rita's going to go straight in with the CZ and will trade it though. 1 player in Palace. Ben Kai waiting for his chance to swing. Swings out, almost locks down 2, but Laz left on 1 HP. Now it's just Splashy coming in through combat. He's going to hit it. It's Laz. 1 HP. He's just going to be sticking the bomb. Splashy, he's got to hit this shot perfectly. He's missed it. He's not found it. He almost does it, but nonetheless, Laz on 1 HP will get away with it and finds the kill at the end of the round.
Yeah, sick play around that smoke grenade as well. So I think Dekej or Laz dropped it as their final act and works out perfectly well because Boot Dreamscape, they get the bomb plant down, but I mean, their economy, they can't really buy in this round on impression. So probably just armor and pistols and maybe some utility on some of their members. You can definitely get some work done. But much better stuff coming in from SC Absolute as well. Coming in together on the retake, look very, very clinical, very crisp. I mean, Bulbasaur nearly ruined it. As Laz is starting to slowly take it away with the AWP.
So the first pick through bottom column, then falls back through the smoke, which he dropped to provide some cover for himself. Ben Kai actually found his way straight through this smoke, and I don't think he's been spotted out by Rita yet, but he will be. There's Rita with 2 AWP frags. Now the second AWP starting to work. Admittedly, it's against pistols, but these are confident frags. If he can start hitting them here, then he'll be feeling better when it comes to the gun rounds, and it's just Tommy and Impression left now. CZ and Deagle, surely not much of a hope for them.
I think what Boot Dreamscape are going to try and do in the next round is that I think Tommy's just going to get his head deleted as well. I think what they're going to do is try to create a split B scenario, probably 2 up short and then 3 into the B bomb site. They've noticed at this stage, as an Impression, look, just looking to do a little bit of damage.
Okay. Found that kill. That would have been really dangerous, but still manages to find 2, and I believe that second AWP is unrecoverable.
I think they can't actually buy another AWP as well, so that's actually quite a bit of damage done. And that actually makes it a bit dangerous, because I would have said that they would have run probably a split B. They probably still will. As we're just seeing the old gun shuffle going on. Nope, they're just going straight for an A-side execute. Alright.
Why not? Bass is already in through Palace. Rita was there to help get him in safely as well. And good little dink off the first bullet. Finishes up the spray.
That's why sometimes you don't want to be taking a little bit too long to be juggling your things around. So Tommy, at least taking back this Palace control. Bass just overstaying his welcome a little bit.
Actually puts a lot of pressure on Rita here. He's the only one on the A-bomb site. Flash is going to be good only because Splashky chooses not to shoot. He could have found him, but gives Rita the time to get into sandwich. That's a potential position for him to make a bit of a play. 2 of his teammates are now rotated over to join him as well, coming in through connector. They've got a smoke into Palace, but out they go. Laz, again, left low, but still somehow manages to capitalize on a kill. Now Rita checks the corner. Both players there, lines up 2. Crucial plays from him. All onto Splashky 1 versus 2, and can't quite convert it onto Crow. Much better stuff from SC Absolute. Rita in particular, I think it's, what, 5 kills in the last 2 rounds now. Certainly starting to step up.
Yeah, to be fair though, 3 of them was on the anti-eco.
I agree, but at least he's hitting shots.
Yes, you know? He is hitting shots and is playing a very good point and click adventure game. At this stage though, Boot Dreamscape still, man, I just want to see them split B and see what kind of result they get, because that's something they haven't run just yet. Maybe even a boost into window as well. That's something we haven't seen yet. I haven't explored the full, I guess, inventory of strategies, but they need to start exploring them soon because they are starting to run out a little bit of time, and SC Absolute starting to look a little bit better on the CT side as well, just in terms of firepower and setup. It's just a structured default setup that they're playing quite well.
In the meantime, Boot trying to make some space over towards B. Through apartments with those CZs. Splashky did get boosted into window, but went down to Bass. Now Laz getting involved with the AWP as well. This one's all too easy on the cleanup. Last two players on boot going to link up, head through underpass. See if they can find anything out here into mid, but...
How did that bomb roll past?
I don't know how it went over impression. Heck of a throw. Bobasol's got a good arm. Boost him up. Counter boost coming out as well. I think they'll quite be able to spot in. Crow. There we go. We'll spot it out as Laz gets Bobasol. They knew the last player had to be there because of the boost. He will clean it up nice and easily. So, Boot now with a bit of cash in hand. We'll be able to get some guns rolling. They can get that AWP out in the splash key if they want to. Going for a pause though here, Kev. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I've gone for a pause.
There's better be a tactical pause coming out.
Have a chat about things.
There's better be a tactical pause coming out from Boot Dreamscape because
surely
they haven't won, I think, a single buy round just yet in terms of this T side. Yeah, they haven't won a buy round just yet. So SE Absolute has been in control of the CT side. I mean, you can call it maybe a little bit of luck during certain times, a little bit in their favor, but Dreamscape, they've just been unable to get access onto the bomb site, and SE Absolute really just locking it down with the double setup, very reminiscent of what we saw in Boot Dreamscape CT side. And there's two things that you probably need to do at the moment against the AWP. You need to isolate this AWPer with either smoke grenades and flashbangs and get onto the bomb site, which Boot Dreamscape aren't doing, or you just don't go where the AWP is. Which also they're not doing because they're walking straight into the AWP. So
it's also true.
This is why I say a split B is probably for the best, and I think SE Absolute know that this is going to be the big possibility. That's why they've got 3 here. I think it's a perfectly correct read coming out from them. A site's not worked out. Ryder has never shown the AWP onto the B site until about now. So Impression is just the first one out. Look at the spacing in between. Where is the backup coming in from Boot Dreamscape? If Impression just comes in, that's just really poor positioning coming out from Ryder. Where's the backup coming in from the rest of the players on SE Absolute? Crow, absolutely useless behind the smoke grenade. Laz, I mean, that's a pretty easy shot once he knows one's there, but this round, just like that.
It's gone. It's over. Falls apart. SE Absolute already on the save as well, trying to get out with what they have. They had 3 players there. Boot were really far spread apart, as you said. If they could have found some positions, admittedly the first player was Flash, but if they could have found some positions, had a crossfire set, they would have had 2v1s for pretty much the first 3 players in. There was no big crunch immediately, so could have been around for them, but unfortunately, Impression's able to steal it away from them with 2 frags on the entry, and that's going to be Boot getting up to 14 now. SE Absolute, they've done a lot on this comeback, but now starting to fall at the final hurdle.
I was about to say as well, in terms of Impression, yes, he got the 2 entry kills, huge impact kills, but you saw in that particular moment, this goes to the flashbacks of what happened when Boot encountered the same scenario. They had 2 members there, and what Splashkey did, he had a protocol, right? He dropped the smoke there, and he fell back. There was no similar protocol for SE Absolute. They were spread apart. It looked like they had no idea how to trade each other out. There was no utility being used to kind of assist each other, and as a result, that B-site defense really falls apart. I don't think that stacking 3 every single time is the best idea. And similar, I don't think Boot should be hitting this B site at the moment because they've gone, hang on a moment, okay, we've opened up a hole in the B bomb site. That's not somewhere we should go at this stage. We should actually go hit A. And that's exactly what they're doing right now.
We're going for the contact straight out. Warp shot comes in from Laz, misses the first, will connect the 7, the second even. Bar's going to go straight through the Molotov and can't quite land a shot on either of these players. Laz gets found out as well. Readers grabs 2 AWP frags of his own now, 1 through the smoke there. That leaves it all up to Splashkey, 1v3. Bomb in hand, but this could actually be a bit of a problem for the T-side money here. Let's look at a decent amount, but Rita, there's 3 frags. No eco frags here. It's against an AWP round, against a full buy even. That's an impact round for him. Make it 11 to 14. SE Absolute not out of this just yet.
I mean, similarly for Boot as well, they can't take this victory for granted at this stage, and they probably need to eco here. I wouldn't buy up at this stage. Maybe a few pistols, a few smoke grenades. Go for maybe, like I would say, just go for the European smoke setup or a Fnatic smoke on the A bomb site, and then just get the bomb down. You need the money to go in. You need to see where this AWPer is going to be rotating around. It looks like it's just a fake. Impression just going to be faking out a fast push. Laz needs to be careful.
Could be dangerous if you're going that fast up into mid, but that grenade is perfect. Impression, nothing you can do. They're going for a full rush up short though, and then managed to catch out to Kej. Now Crow needs to have a big round here because his player is very, very close to him. Trying to get this M4 back in hand, but he is getting it working. He's found himself a couple kills so far. There's his 3rd. Tommy will trade it, but now he's in a 1 versus 3. Can't even afford to plant the bomb just yet. Needs to go find another kill. Runs out of ammo though. Laz will just about be able to recover it. Another round for SC Absolute. And man, this game is, again, a lot closer than I thought it would be. Same deal as last map. We've had these massive leads and the other team's bringing it back. This time it's the CT sides that are dominant.
Yeah, I mean, Mirage, it looks like that both teams have kind of got their set plays down a little bit better. Haven't seen a set play coming out from Brute Dreamscape just yet, so we're going to see it now. We're going to see how SC Absolute are going to respond, and Bars is going to have to be bracing himself at the moment. He's up close A ramp, walking wisely until he hits about there. That's not somewhere that you want to be walking most of the time, but he's close. He's going to drop his utility just a little bit too late. Impression. We'll be able to get the kill around the edge of the smoke.
Not the start that all that SC Absolute were looking for there. It's the danger of being up that far. You want to drop your utility so that you have a little bit of help in terms of keeping yourself safe, but you also don't.
Oh my god.
Laz, what the hell sort of push is this?
And it's worked out.
He's walked scoped all the way up mid probably and straight into T-spawn. Goodness me. Now though, Boot DS, they know that there's pressure coming on from behind. They're just going to have to commit straight out onto this A bomb site, and the kills are working out in favor of the CTs. In fact, it's Crow and Rita to clean it up with 2 each. Laz has done his job, but the A bomb site defenders lock it down, and now SC Absolute 13-14. They're forced an eco out of Boot DS. Once again, we've got a 30-round game on our hands. So we've had 29 rounds, 30 rounds. Now we've got 30 again, most likely, unless something goes disastrously wrong for SC Absolute.
I mean, SC Absolute at this stage actually looking better to close out this game than Boot have, because Boot only a single buy round so far, which, I mean, was good because Impression got out and got a couple of early kills, but I don't think that's going to happen again in terms of just getting one person out. Yeah. Don't know what you do at this stage, because Laz is starting to get a little bit overconfident, I'd say, at this stage, and it's pretty far up mid.
But he's hitting the shots, and he's going to be able to fall out through connector without getting pressured as well. Tommy spots it, but can't do much about it. Actually has found the timing, though, to make his way up short. Might have just hit this sweet spot here, and he has spotted out that player in apps as well. It's something he can call to his teammates. Laz has to be careful. They're not going to know this player is so far up short, and while he's looking for it, it's actually a real big problem for them. And Tommy's so close now, he's not going to know at all, and now he knows where Laz is. He could get both of these frags. He's going to run straight in. In fact, doesn't need to. His Impression's already found the one. This is an incredibly bad situation for SC Absolute to be in. I said in case something disastrous happened, this might just be it. The grenade, though, will get Tommy. That's going to help. The bomb planter even goes down as well. And that's much better now. It's all onto Benkai coming in for the backstab, and Rita spotted it.
They hurt him.
Well, risky for a moment, but 3 guns up. SC Absolute are going to make it 14.
Yeah, they've tied the scoreboard on the back of just a really solid double-up setup. That's really been the key for both CT teams. And I mean, for Boot Dreamscape, once again, it's just looking like it's a little bit devoid of ideas at the moment. They're not hitting their shots, and whenever they try to go for something planned, there's a little bit of a nuisance factor coming in. 2 rounds ago, it was Laz. How are they going to go about it now? Looks like it's going to be another A-site take. It's just going to be fast out A-bomb site. It's going to be explosive. They're going to come straight out, and Raider, 1-for-1 trade. Bass! Going to demolish them.
And now Laz is here as well. It's all too easy. Bass with a quick 3. Boot Dreamscape. Fully bought. They try for a quick push out through A, and they get completely melted. Now it's 15-14. Now SC Absolute are about to do potentially onto Boot as what was done to them on Inferno. When they come down to this last round, and Boot, they're going to get a buy together, but it's not great. Look how little utility they have. Benkai has none. Impression's been forced onto a Galil, just has a single smoke in hand. They're going to have to do something different here. Bass is winning the fight against Benkai now. That's Palace down. SC Absolute are full of confidence individually. They're hitting their shots. They're starting to feel it. They know that they can bring this one back now. They just need 4 more kills.
And Boot Dreamscape, I mean, they've used pretty much most of their utility. Look how far Bass is in terms of Palace. He's going to hear Tommy. He's fairly certain he's heard, I think, if Bobasaur's not careful, he's also going to be hurt out. But looks like they're walking. They're respecting the fact that Bass could be actually pushed quite deep in Palace. Got one in window. You're going to really rely on Splashgear to be the linchpin at the moment, as Bass is now making his move.
Oh, dear. Now they're getting shut down by Rita. He knows that they're coming from everywhere, but Rita's really starting to turn it on with the AWP now. That's 2 quick frags, almost a third, but if he doesn't get it, it doesn't matter. The flank is still coming. There is nothing at all, surely, that can be done here by Boot. They Bulbasaur times 2 quick kills, but there's Bas. It's now on to Splashkey, 1 versus 3. Players coming from every single angle. He does manage to make his way past Con, so avoids the backstab for now, and that could have been it, but no, it's Bas to shut it down with a 3K, 16-14 and 2-1 SC Absolute triumph over Boot in the opening round of the IEM Chicago Asia Closed Qualifier.
A well-deserved victory as well. They showed a lot of class coming back from that deficit like Boot did on Inferno. And really the downside there, once again, I felt like Boot Dreamscape, they were running through a couple of things, but they weren't really fully committed. And that's sometimes the danger that you go in, because they went in going, all right, we've got such a massive lead, we can just kind of win the game from here. They didn't, they couldn't, and they didn't really take those moments to slow down and think, all right, how are we actually going to penetrate these defenses? What are we going to run? And by the time that they may have figured something out, it's already too late. And SC Absolute, clawing victory from near the hand of defeat, like Boot Dreamscape did in Inferno, was actually, well, what a series. Actually went to 89 rounds in particular, so...
89 out of a possible 90 if we didn't have overtime in there, but nonetheless, it will be SC Absolute who take it. That is the first round, and it is worth noting, if you have just joined and seen the end of this, that Boot are not eliminated yet. This is a double elimination best of 3 bracket, so Boot will now fall into the lower bracket. But in the meantime, we have another game coming up for you after the break. That will be dependent on who's won in the other game, so we'll let you know what that's going to be when we come back.